let's tell you about what is happening in Jharkhand, where student protest over recruitment examination has been intensifying. Jharkhand student leader Devendra Nath Mahto has written a letter to civil surgeon of the Sadar hospital seeking permission to leave the hospital and visit the Satyagrah site at Jaspal Singh Munda Stadium in Ranchi. In his letter, he has mentioned that while he's receiving treatment in the hospital, his soul and resolve remains at the protest site where students and young people continue with their protest. The indefinite hunger strike has now entered the 11th day and it continues, is what we are learning. At this point in time, we're learning that the main leader of this agitation, Jharkhand student leader Devendra Nath Mahto, has written a letter to civil surgeon of the Sadar hospital. Remember, he's admitted there and now he has sought a permission to leave the hospital and visit the Satyagrah site at the stadium in Ranchi. Remember, where the protest is going on. He has said that while he is receiving the treatment in the hospital, his soul and resolve remains at the protest site. All right, so it remains to be seen whether this permission will be given to Jharkhand student Devendra Nath Mahto. Remember, he was taken to the hospital a few days back after his condition worsened, and now he has written a letter to the civil surgeon of the hospital saying that he wants a permission to go back to the Satyagrah site at the stadium there in Ranchi and continue with his protest. In that letter, he has said that his soul remains at the protest site where the young people have been continuing to agitate. The hunger strike has now entered 11th day. He is on a complete hunger strike, and because of that, his condition worsened few days back. He was taken to the hospital, but now he wants a permission to leave the hospital and go back to the Satyagrah site where the protest is going on. And with that, we have another breaking update coming in. Jharkhand Agriculture Minister Shilpi Neha has visited the Sadar hospital to check on the student leader's health. According to Mahto, the minister also discussed the issue raised by students during the ongoing protest. So it remains to be seen whether there will be any breakthrough in the coming days. Remember, the students there are demanding a CBI probe into the irregularities when it comes to the examinations there in Jharkhand. That remains their key demand. The government has been holding a dialogue discussion with the student leaders, but in the last few days, there has been no breakthrough. And on Monday, we also saw agitation on the streets of Ranchi, and at this point in time, the core demand remains the Central Bureau of Investigation probe into the examination irregularity. Dev Kotak is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Dev, do tell us more about this letter that Mahto has written to the civil surgeon. He wants a permission to leave the hospital and also visit that Satyagrah site. We're also learning that Agriculture Minister of Jharkhand also met with him at the hospital. Could you also take us through what discussion took place between the two of them?
Until now, two ministers have met Mahto. Irfan Ansari and yesterday Shilpi Tirki, the other minister, had also gone. She had gone to check on his health and the health of other students that were injured in the Lathi charge incident on 10th of August. In the letter, Mahto has also written that while his soul, while he may physically be present in the hospital undergoing treatment, but his soul is at the stadium. He wants to be there with the students, and he's feeling bad that those fasting students and those who are putting in the kind of hard work, staying at the ground since days, he wants to be there physically present with them, which is why he has sought the permission of the civil surgeon of Sadar Hospital, asking if he can leave with adequate medical treatment, and whatever they ask him to follow, he is ready to do all of those things, but he is in a very frail condition. In fact, Mahto also wrote in the letter about how he was injured during the Lathi charge incident on 10th of August, and post that, when his health deteriorated, some of his supporters took him to the government-run hospital. Since then, he is undergoing treatment out there, but he writes about how not being there at the ground is more of a mental pain rather than physical. He said he's ready to undergo the physical pain, but he can't bear with the mental and emotional burden of not being there with the students. So these are the kind of contents, but his condition is very frail and fragile. So which is why we don't know if the civil surgeon will give him the kind of permission to leave.
All right, so it remains to be seen whether he will be given the permission to leave the hospital and go to the protest site. But Dev, could you also tell us about the discussion between the government and the protesting students? Because still now, 4 rounds of talks have taken place, but there has been no breakthrough.
The government is trying pretty hard. They also want to resolve this and they want to find a breakthrough very quickly. The government has been speaking to the students and in a way also trying to tell them that while you come somewhere midway, we will also come somewhere midway and we are ready to make the kind of compromises and agree to your demands as well. But two things out here. CBI inquiry is not that easy. We spoke to a few ministers yesterday and they said that it's a complex process, which is why they are trying and they're also assuring the students to have faith in the CID.
All right.
The narrative that CID, because it's a state-controlled body, will not do justice to that. They said that it is wrong. We will personally ensure that CID does a good job. So these are the kind of basic conversations that they've had in an attempt to get them to resolve the situation.
All right, so it remains to be seen whether there will be any breakthrough in the coming days because the core demand by the student protesters remain a CBI probe. Thank you so much, Dev Kotak, for getting us all those details. And now moving on and shifting our focus, BJP MP Kangana Ranaut has defended her Gen Z is a gutter generation remark, saying that she was not referring to all the young people. She said that her comments were aimed at a section of youth involved in issues like drug use, betting, gambling and dark web. Kangana also hit back at her critics, asking whether they expected Home Minister Amit Shah to respond to them individually in the parliament. But most importantly, she has defended her Gen Z is a gutter generation remark, saying that she was not referring to all the young people. She was referring to a section of the youth that are involved in drug use, betting, gambling and the dark web.
शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया था जेंजीज के लिए गटर शब्द का, लेकिन बाद में आपने यू टर्न लिया और उनको कहा कि वो देश की स्ट्रेंथ है।
जी देखिए, जो लोग खुद को कॉकरोच बोलते हैं, तो अगर हम कहें कि कॉकरोच तो गटर से निकलता है तो इसमें क्या बुराई है? तो मैं ये कहना चाहती हूँ कि जो लोग खुद को कॉकरोच कहते हैं तो हम तो साधारण यही कह रहे हैं कि भाई गटर आपका घर है, तो अब आपको इससे क्यों दुख हो रहा है? लेकिन जो लोग खुद को कॉकरोच नहीं कहते हैं और उनको कॉकरोच से कुछ लेना देना, मैं तो नहीं मानती कि मैं कॉकरोच हूँ, मैं नहीं मानती मैं कॉकरोच हूँ। जो लोग नहीं मानते, मुझे कोई कहेगा कि मैं गटर में रहती हूँ तो मैं ना मना करूंगी, नहीं। लेकिन जो कहते हैं कि मैं कॉकरोच हूँ तो वो गटर में ही रहेगा और क्या, तो उस तरह की उनकी मानसिकता होगी। लेकिन ये कह देना कि जी मैंने सबको कहा, सब युवाओं को कहा, ऐसा नहीं होता है। सब, अगर कुछ युवा ड्रग्स करते हैं और हम ये कहें कि नहीं, कुछ युवाओं ने जो है वो आजकल जो है ये एक इस तरह से एक रीत चली हुई है कि ड्रग्स की या किसी और तरीके की बैटिंग की, जुआ की या किसी और तरह की ऑनलाइन के जो एडिक्शन हो जाती है, ब्लैक वेब की, अगर हम किसी युवा वर्ग को संबोधित करें तो इसका मतलब ये थोड़ा ना है कि सब, बताइए मेरा ऐसा कहा मैंने लिखा है कि सब युवा गटर है। मैंने स्पेसिफिकली सम पीपल या सम वुमेन, ये मैंने स्पेसिफिकली लिखा हुआ है। तो क्या अब हम उनको कैसे संबोधित करें? अगर हमें किसी को दिखाना कि कुछ युवा जो है, तो हम ये कहेंगे सम यूथ आर डूइंग ड्रग्स दीज डेज। इसी तरह से हम उस वाकयात को शुरू करेंगे।
Sabyasachi is joining us live on the broadcast with more details. Sabyasachi, there was a massive uproar on social media when Kangana Ranaut called Gen Z as a gutter generation. Tell us how she has defended her remarks.
Well, see, this had caused a major backlash, and many people felt that she was insulting the entire younger generation. Now, in her recent defense, she has said that she says that she was not talking about all youth, only a specific group of people, and her logic that she has given is that if people level themselves as cockroaches and we say cockroaches come from gutters, the gutter is their home, and why should they get offended? And she added that her concerns were about problems like drug use, betting, gambling, and the dark web among some young people and not everyone. And she also hit back at critics, including the opposition parties, that asking that if they expected Home Minister Amit Shah to come out and answer them one-on-one in Parliament like that.
All right. Thanks so much, Sabyasachi, for getting us all those details. Now we're learning that BJP MP Kangana Ranaut has defended her Gen Z is gutter generation remarks, saying that she was not referring to all the young people. She said that her comments were aimed at a section of the youth involved in issues like drug use, betting, gambling and the dark web. She's also hit back at the critics, asking whether they expected the Home Minister to respond individually in the Parliament. That is another issue as far as the Parliament proceedings are concerned.